Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Marvel Strike Force, and I don't think yesterday's episode can be topped. We unlocked the Wolverine. Go watch that. It was awesome. We're going to be playing as the bad guys today, but there he is, Wolverine. Ah, never gets old. Oh, he's so cool. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe and hit that bell to be notified and share this video with your little friends. And it looks like we fulfilled another milestone, but I'll get those rewards later.
Yes, take the adamantium claws and rip them out of your hand and use it to punch the like button.
The only problem is, since we grinded up Wolverine, we're kind of running out of stuff. Oh, that's a girl.
Director Fury, Ultimus has replaced me as AIM leader with a corrupted version.
Well, that's fun.
I need help reclaiming my organization.
I have no idea who that chick is. No idea. We could use AIM as an ally in this war. You know, America Online. Anybody remember that?
Yeah.
If we help you take back control of the island, will you join STRIKE?
Without a doubt, Ultimus must pay for disrupting my plans. This is mutually beneficial.
I think she's a supervillain. Elektra, this mission needs to be off the record. I'm putting you in charge of assembling a team. She is a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent.
Elektra?
I guess.
I'm on it.
I guess she is a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. I don't know.
Yeah, you would remember American Online, Director Fury, because you're that old. Oh, I don't even remember.
He doesn't really look as old as he used to.
No.
When I was a kid, he was a different color, and he was old. Like, he had gray in his hair.
Yes.
He fought in, I think he fought in World War II.
Square top with silvery hair or something.
Yeah, he either fought in Vietnam or World War II. I think this Fury just fought in,
Expect to encounter AIM security on patrol with Hydra soldiers. What is Hydra doing on AIM's island?
They sound the same.
I only know how to do one voice! Ultimus has used Hydra resources prudently. Fine, I'll just do crazy voices then.
Yeah, go for it. Have fun with it. Okay.
They would all sound the same. All girls basically sound the same.
I'm pretty sure that Nick Fury now has only fought in Desert Storm, whereas Nick Fury, when I grew up, when he was a white guy, he had gray in his hair, like kind of like what they did with Hal Jordan in the 90s, where he had like half brown hair, half gray hair. And I believe Nick Fury fought in Vietnam.
Oh.
Or maybe Korea.
Yeah, so you're saying cinematic Nick Fury, which is played by the guy from, oh my gosh, I can't remember his name.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson, alright. Samuel L. Jackson Nick Fury became younger than, like, he added youth to, like, he made him younger than comic book Nick Fury was.
No, they changed Nick Fury in the Ultimate Universe.
Oh, so they changed him completely.
Yep.
Alright.
The Ultimate was a newer, fresher take on the Marvel Universe that actually sold more comic books for them and kept them alive for 12 years. And even then, it wasn't really enough to, you know, keep them from being bought out by Disney.
Yep.
But it was a fresher take on the comic books and more modern approach to the characters. They made some really cool movies, though. We have them, the Avengers Ultimate movies. Although Captain America's kind of a jerk in the Ultimate Universe, so not a huge fan of him.
Weird.
In that universe, I still like 616 Captain America, minus when he became a member of Hydra. That was stupid. That's called desperate storylines to sell comics.
I know, right?
Clickbait. I don't even know if he became good in the end, if Captain America is still Captain America, or if it's Sam. I don't know.
Hand Sorceress is looking beautiful tonight.
Yeah, she doesn't do all that much.
Her mask is so pretty.
I still can't believe we unlocked Wolverine.
It bothers me. Yeah, it's awesome.
But there was a price for it. See how we only have 17 lightning bolts left? So we just had to pay in-game money. Now we're going to have to pay 50 to replace the lightning bolts. There you go. See?
I thought
the purple stuff, and then it goes to the lightning bolts.
I thought you meant the price was having to listen to my extensive knowledge on Wolverine.
You mean their lack thereof? So who do you want to level up? Like, for the villains?
I don't know,
this guy. All right, we'll do him.
What is this guy again?
Crossbones.
Oh, yeah, Crossbones.
You know, the guy who gets killed off really quickly in the Captain America Civil War movie?
I'm gonna name him Human Shield.
Oh my gosh! We have the detonate ability now.
What?
We have his ability to attack everybody on the screen.
Ooh, that's awesome.
That's gonna come in handy.
Oh wait, he actually has an X right on his front area.
Yeah, you know, crossbone. Get it?
Yeah.
He has a cross. Yeah.
What's up with his hands?
I don't know about
He doesn't
Crossbones.
have hands?
I don't know, sweetie. I
It's
don't.
like robot hands.
I don't know about him at all.
Oh, I see. So I'm not allowed to not know everything about Wolverine.
Let me explain the difference. Wolverine is iconic, legendary, mainstream character.
Maybe some people think that about Cross. No.
No. No.
Okay, fine.
If you're thinking of mainstream villains in the Marvel Universe, Kingpin,
Yeah.
Vulture, Magneto, Mr. Sinister, Doctor Doom, the Mandarin. See, I have to think about them. That's not good.
I have a question though.
It's not good. The Skrulls, Super Skrull, the Kree,
How is
Thanos.
I mean, I can understand if Kingpin is like pudgy or whatever, but how is he so big and tall? Like, how he's like a giant. How did he grow that big?
I don't know. He shops at Big and Tall.
Like,
Speaking of,
tremendously big and tall.
you made up a good point. We need to upgrade Kingpin because
Okay.
he needs help. And now we can actually increase his tier. Watch how much his tier increases his power.
And where does
Did you see that jump?
Yeah.
That's what gears do in this game.
Oh.
When you can find gears and add them to your characters, they make them so much stronger than just going through the level up process, which your character does grow a little bit,
Yeah.
but you really, until they fix or patch this game or whatever they're going to do different, gears is what makes the huge jump. We went from 500 to 800, whereas I just leveled this character up like 10 or 15 times, and he only went from 820 to like 890 in terms of attack power. That's not really all that strong. Picking up the different gears and equipping them to your character and leveling up those tiers is how you make your characters very strong.
Yeah. Cool. You know what I was thinking? Kingpin is wearing the kind of suit I think you would wear because he has a purple tie.
He has
like
purple
purple.
pie. What?
Tie! The deeper we get into the compound, expect to have stuff happen. They're devoted scientists who willingly experiment on themselves for scientific advancement. These fools meddle in things they cannot control.
All right, your Electro voice is kind of cool. Oh,
Thank
man.
you. See, I made them sound different.
Yeah, you kind of did.
The one girl sounded crazy, and Electra sounded awesome.
I don't know who Supreme Scientist is. To me, she's not mainstream. Like,
When they said the scientists experiment on themselves, I was picturing like those old 50 movies. 50s. These abominations are bad. Abominations are in a different wing, but I agree we should stop those too. Just keep your distance. They spread their infections if they hit you.
I would think like talking like a
Okay.
doctor for her. She's supposed to be a scientist. So, I don't know, the mannerisms of,
Well, when they said experiment on themselves, I was thinking, you know those like 50s like black and white movies where they're like, it's alive, doctor, and like, have you ever seen like really old ones where like it's like, oh, the experiment went as well as planned, and like the guy comes out of there and his head is like an ant head instead of a human head or something. That's what I was picturing.
okay. And also, one more mainstream villain that a lot of people would know if you mentioned his name before the Marvel Cinematic Universe would be Loki.
Loki?
Yeah, but Doctor Doom before the Marvel Cinematic Universe was between him and Magneto, they were the most popular Marvel villains. Like, most well known.
Oh, yeah, Magneto from X-Men.
If you did a poll now, 10 years after Marvel hit it big in the cinemas and pop culture, there's probably 50 villains now that I would say, maybe 25 to 50.
Ultron,
Yep.
Doctor Doom,
Doctor Doom was always one of the top.
Magneto.
The top 10 before the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Magneto, Doctor Doom, Loki, Ultron. Ultron was a big one. Let's see if I can do this while I'm playing.
Kingpin.
Kingpin, Mr. Sinister, Venom. Most of them are Spider-Man villains, though. Carnage was very well known.
Oh yeah, the Sandman.
Nope. He wouldn't have been an iconic one.
Oh, okay.
Nope. I was gonna say Bullseye, but not really. The Mandarin would still probably make that list because he was Iron Man's rival, especially with the cartoon show.
Yeah, they really messed him up for the cinematic universe. They destroyed him, and there's
Red
no
Skull. People would know who the Red Skull was 10 years ago.
Yeah, Red Skull because of
Captain America. Exactly, yep. That's about it.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know what I was just thinking is, like, the guy that they got to play Loki is, like, one of the best actors, like, in the entire cinematic.
Look at that move!
Oh,
that is so good!
Well, that's awesome. Don't you think the guy who did Loki did a good job?
Oh, he's an amazing Loki.
Yeah.
I picture, when I read Marvel Comics, which is very sparingly, I hear that Loki in my head.
Yeah.
Like, and when I play video games with Loki in them, that's the Loki I heard. When we were doing the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games, that was the Loki that I pictured in my mind.
Yeah.
That's how good that guy is.
Yeah.
As an actor.
Because I never thought of Loki as very, like, cool or anything, but he made him so cool and, like, kind of fun. And, like, I thought the guy who played Thor looked just like Thor and...
Green Goblin. But that's a Spider-Man villain.
Yeah. So I thought he and Loki did really well as brothers. I thought they worked really well together. It's too bad, like, in 10 years we'll have to get somebody else.
Just like how Batman's Rogue Gallery kind of, like, makes the top of the chart.
Up ahead is the advanced sciences stuff. Here we test the limits of the human body to the extreme.
Wow.
How much longer does this nightmare of your voice tour take before we fight your corrupted counterparts?
Well, we have about 25 minutes left of battery, so I'd say about that long. But
yeah,
you know
the
how
scientist is me.
You know how Batman's rogues like dominate like all the comic book genres, and people know like all the villains and all the heroes and stuff like that? The same said for Spider-Man.
Oh,
Spider-Man
okay.
is the A+ or the S rank of the Marvel universe.
Yeah. What is that? This is the AIM monstrosity, one of my proudest creations. Sadly, this one is bad. A worthy opponent. I look forward to when we can use these on our side.
All right. Here's a just to prove a point, guys and gals. In the comment section below, tell me the top 10 Superman villains of all time that are not considered Justice League villains. The
What?
top 10 Superman villains.
Superman has more than one villain?
And yes, he does.
I only know one villain.
That are not considered Justice League villains.
Wait, I only know one villain for Superman.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, that's Spider-Man and Batman. I mean, you can easily pick top 10 favorite villains. Like, easily.
Whoa.
But for just Marvel in general, picking a top 10 that aren't X-Men or Spider-Man villains, it'll be difficult to fill that top 10 list.
I know a villain for Superman, Perry White, because it's his boss.
No. Go sit in the corner. Over there.
But sometimes bosses feel like villains because they make you work hard when you don't want to.
What are you implying, Amber? Are you saying that I'm a Perry White?
I'm saying that you're my villain, Luke. You're my... Don't know.
All right, you guys are probably wondering, why did I go after that girl? It looked like she was a healer, so I kind of made the... See? See? He has that move.
Whoa.
He drops money and people get, like, safe.
So you're saying that if you pick up money, you're safe?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting what this game is teaching me.
Because, I mean, a lot of people now would say Dormammu is a top villain, but 10 years ago, you wouldn't know who that is.
I thought, oh yeah, Dormammu.
You would know who the Mandarin is, maybe. Because the Iron Man cartoon show, if you were alive in the 90s.
I actually didn't know who the Mandarin was. All I knew is that Mandarin is like one dialect of Chinese, plus it's also Mandarin oranges, so I figured it came from Asia somewhere. But I really didn't know what the Mandarin was at all when I watched that movie. I was like, I'm guessing this person is Asian, and then I heard everyone say that they ruined him, because he was supposed to be a really cool villain, but yet they made him like an actor instead, which was stupid. So now they ruined it so they can never have a real Mandarin. What they should do is have another movie where the actual Mandarin appears and kicks the other Mandarin out and is like, this guy was impostoring me and I'm here to be cool now. But that's never
You're never
going
to see a Marvel movie make less than like 800 million because they have Disney marketing everything. Like Disney, there's very few movies that Disney makes that does not make... $600 million to $1 billion.
Advertising is everything, because when you start, you know, just using those subliminal messages over and over and over, like, you know, like on coffee mugs, on, you know, Arby's, on everything, you know. Here we have our most interesting experiments in development.
What the heck?
Change our voice. For instance, Optimus gave us some Hulk specimens to experiment with.
Did you just say Optimus?
You've been experimenting on the Hulk? Are you mad? You told me to do different voices. Optimus's versions are weaker than their counterparts in this dimension. We tried to fix that for him. We totally fixed it. Why would you do that? We aim to please. Please stop.
She's gonna do a joke. Oh, man.
My gosh.
Oh, this game is way too much fun. I haven't had this much fun talking about things in a long time.
Me neither.
But yeah, actually, I'm having a hard time filling out that list in my head too, people.
What a surprise. He looks angry. We upped his rage quotient by 740%. Fantastic.
Yeah, but I'm a level 30 now, so I don't think this is going to be too much of a problem. Nope. 1,000 damage. Nice, Electra. All right, Bullseye, you're up. How much damage do you do to the
I don't know how to
Hulk?
do a science accent. I'm gonna have to study scientists and see what they sound like.
I'm telling you right now, audience, that in my head, I have 4 spaces of Superman villains in my top 10 that are not considered Justice League villains.
All right, here's my top 2 villains: Lex Luthor and Mercy.
Mercy's not a villain.
Yes, she is. She works for him.
Nope.
She's a second-hand person, so she's also a villain.
Nope, she only really exists like in a non-secretarial role in the Superman animated series. Doesn't count.
An evil secretary is still a villain. She also made some we made fascinating discoveries with the Groot specimens. Their healing and destructive capabilities are impressive.
And you can't use Lex Luthor in your list either, because he's a Justice League villain.
No, he's not. He's Superman's villain. He belongs to Superman.
Nope. He started with Superman, but he's mostly a Justice League villain. In fact, most of Superman's villains are all Justice League villains.
So they became... So how? There's no list. I can't even think of a list. So Superman would only be able to fight people that are not on Earth then. Because...
And Doomsday doesn't count anymore because he's fought the Justice League as well.
Fine. Then my list consists of 0 people.
I have 3 so far.
Mercy is my top, and then Perry White.
Although, I think Toyman is considered a Batman villain now, so I don't think he can be counted anymore either. This is really hard.
Alright. Really, really old black and white, Then we modified the talking raccoon.
Okay, that was random.
Please tell me you found a way to make it stop talking. Unfortunately, no.
I like the Supreme Scientist voice, actually. That works. That's really funny. Alright, so I'm actually using a little bit of strategy, guys and gals, because I do have an ability to attack everybody on the screen now, but it's saying that there are 4 enemies remaining. So they're saving their big guns for later in the fight, so I'm gonna conserve my energy so that I'll be ready for when more enemies hit the screen, so that we can beat them a lot faster. And also I'm gonna bring in a human shield, because I can. Okay,
the really old Superman black and white movie that I got from the library, and they did that one guy before Christopher Reeve, whatever people call him now.
Zod? The hell's that black and white?
No. No, he was the Mole Men. It was Superman and the Mole Men.
They're not really
I know,
they're
comics. They're not villains.
Kind of. Here we go!
That's as best as I can do.
See? I was saving it.
Mixoplix.
Yep, you can count him. He hasn't really messed with the Justice League ever. Except in a cartoon, which doesn't really count. You could go with Cyborg Superman, Hank. Well, no, he might have fought the Justice League as well. On more than one occasion, because he destroyed Hal Jordan's home, Coast City. So, yeah, that would be kind of a problem.
Alright, #1 Superman villain, Batman, because he doesn't like Superman.
You could do that, actually.
In BVS.
Except they're best friends in every other incarnation, so I mean...
Yeah, but he was, like, hitting him with rocks and...
Cinematics doesn't work. You can't do that. See, you're already cheating. I bet you the people will be able to figure this out. I'm really curious. And also, I want you people to write... top 10 popular mainstream Marvel villains.
Okay, 2 pieces of homework then in the comments, whatever. Stop it. So you want the top 10 villains for Superman that are not Justice League villains, and then secondly, you want people to write the top 10 Marvel villains?
Yep.
So it's both lists are villain lists. Alright. Okay, I have a villain for Superman, his mom, because she makes him do the dishes all the time.
It doesn't take him long to do the dishes, and that doesn't count. That's just stupid.
Alright, I have nothing! I'm just gonna keep watching the game.
That's fine. We're almost done with Rocket Raccoon anyway. Wow, that didn't take him down? Come on. Alright, Elektra, finish him. Nicely done.
Now that we've taken care of the most dangerous projects,
Oh boy.
we can face my doppelganger directly!
I don't know.
Finally. Not sure I can take more than one of you. Ugh.
Totally. Victory!
Victory! I should have that voice for Hand Sorceress instead.
No, leave Hand Sorceress alone. She's awesome. She's quiet.
Yeah. I'm astounded the others continue to follow you. You are clearly an inferior specimen. The only thing clear is that I am meant to run AIM.
Wow.
Oh gosh. Productivity is up 16% since I took over for you. Save it for your next job interview, pitiful clone.
Wow.
Time for early retirement.
It's crazy, Amber. Oh, man. I just...
You said 2 different voices.
Not the Battle of the Valley Girls. Also, you did say Optimus before. He's not a villain.
Sorry.
He's a Transformer.
Only I know how to cover AIM's weaknesses with their strengths.
Right. Alright, I see a healer. I see a healer in the back. Gotta take down a healer. Because that's gonna be a problem. Deadshot, or not Deadshot, Bullseye. Wow. You know, they're pretty similar. And actually, it's funny. Deadshot and Deathstroke both fought Bullseye in the Marvel DC crossover.
Oh.
They were teamed up to fight one another. I'm pretty sure it was Deadshot who fought him. I'd have to look at the book again.
I was gonna say one of the villains for Superman would be the guy that almost played as Super. Oh wait, he is gonna play as Superman. I was gonna call him a villain.
Where are you getting at
because
with
he
this?
would have ruined Superman if he had played as Superman. That would have been a villain.
Oh, people, you also have to scratch Metallo off your list because he's a Justice League villain.
What?
Yep.
You're making us all change our lists. My list has 0 people already.
No Lex, no Doomsday, no Metallo.
Those are the I only knew one of those. Alright, I have a villain for Superman, and I'm not gonna tell you so that you make me scratch it off my list. I'm writing it down. I only have one thing.
There's one key villain that a lot of people probably aren't thinking about that's never really fought the Justice League.
Does it have to be a sentient person, or can it be an object?
Zod. Zod is like one of the... In fact, he's not really around right now in the DC Comics. He's still in the Phantom Zone. He's a mainly Superman villain.
Alright, in the Supergirl show, though, Supergirl is a villain because she's taking all Superman's limelight and making him appear shorter so she can appear like she's better than him. Why do they make him look so short compared to her?
I was going to include Brainiac, but Brainiac has had storylines against the Justice League as well. In fact, most of Superman's villains have fought the Justice League. Not all of Batman's villains have fought the Justice League, only a few.
Then I'm for real. I'm saying Supergirl's a villain because she's taking all his stage time.
To my knowledge, Two-Face has never fought the Justice League. Ever. Scarecrow has, Joker has, Bane has, Ra's al Ghul has.
Oh, so Two-Face is...
Riddler has not. Clayface has.
I thought the only true villain that could compete against Superman was Lex.
Alexa's just a rich guy with issues.
Yeah, but he can, like mess with Superman and stuff, and, I don't know, know, in Lois and Clark, he seemed like a pretty formidable villain.
I think I made a really hard list. I want to see if people can do this.
You're making me
without
sweat.
Wikipedia.
Wait, without Wikipedia?
Without Wikipedia.
So honor code without Wikipedia.
I don't think I could do it either, though. I'm already stumped because I was thinking about. I really thought I had a good one. I think Zod is still pretty safe, but I think Brainiac is definitely a Justice League villain and a Legion of Superheroes villain.
Ugh.
See, what happens when you create a good villain is Marvel and DC, they want to spread the love to their other characters that don't have a good villain.
Yeah.
And, you know, case in point with Green Arrow. Vertigo was a Batman villain, yet Green Arrow. There you go.
Ugh, that's not fair. I can't even think of one villain that would be exclusively for Superman.
But I bet you can think of hundreds of villains that fight Batman.
Yeah, but can't Superman help fight all those?
He has helped occasionally.
Why doesn't Superman help him with all that stuff? He can do it way faster than Batman.
Superman gets easily defeated by Poison Ivy so many times, though.
Why?
She uses pheromones against him.
How could he be susceptible to that if he's superhuman?
Pheromones mixed with kryptonite.
That's so stupid.
I know.
Oh, I see. Oh, we'll just add kryptonite. Apparently everyone has kryptonite now.
Yep.
So stupid.
I know, but then the craziest things happen to him.
That's dumb. You're making him way
the
weaker.
most OP character in existence, and you give his weakness rocks from his home planet.
How can there be that much kryptonite if the whole planet exploded? After like 10 years, all the kryptonite in the universe would be gone.
There would be remnants of it.
Where? Floating out in the middle of space, like millions of miles away?
How do you think the villains get it?
What are you saying? They scour every inch of outer space?
Well, one way they explained it in the 80s is Sinestro gathered like tons of it.
How does he have time to comb every inch of space?
He was a former Green Lantern.
At long last, I have control of the island once again!
Oh my gosh.
Supreme One, you have a message from Red Skull. It sounds urgent.
Oh, Red Skull! Oh my gosh. Hydra has been double-crossed by Ultimus. The terms of our pact request aid. I am the Red Skull.
You're looking great today, Red Scully. Ah, yes! Our mutual assistance pact!
Oh.
Sounds like Hydra has also been betrayed by Ultimus.
No. I don't know.
I'll arrange a meeting with Fury.
Yeah, you do that, Elektra. Oh, I hope they add more levels to this, though. It feels like it's going to be a short game. Like, I mean, I really feel
You wish it'd be short because of my voices for that girl.
They never add voice acting to mobile games. Hardly ever. Oh, there's 4 levels left. Nick Fury. What strange days we find ourselves in, yeah? When we stand on the same side of the battlefield?
Red Skull's looking so handsome.
Save it, you schmuck! This is strictly a temporary thing. I know, he probably said something in German, but I can't read it. Yet, here we are. A mutual threat leaves us no choice but to combine forces. I can't send Strike to do this. It goes against everything I stand for, and them. Well, maybe what I stand for. I'll do it. Yay, I like this character. I've been looking for an excuse to rub it in Hydra idiots' faces that stayed loyal to Ultimus. I'm talking to myself. Okay, Crossbones. You're with Red Skull. Pick a team willing to fight alongside Hydra. And all that jazz. Very well. I may have just crossed the line here, even for me. And I'm Nick Fury. I always cross lines. And I jaywalk. Because I'm Nick Fury, fool. Oh, man.
Well,
We have too much fun with this game. We just do.
yeah.
Oh, I want to play another game like it.
That's a cool picture of Spider-Man right there.
It is. It's awesome. I mean, the visuals for this game are just incredible. The good news is that I know every inch of this Hydra base. And the bad news? There are guards at every corner. Well, he has a mask over his face. How do you think it would sound? Think it'd be legible?
When you first heard...
orders do you have for me today?
When you first heard the new Bane, like, for the Nolan movies, like, how crazy was that?
It was ridiculous. I couldn't understand it.
Because he was supposed to sound like with this cool Hispanic accent, and he sounded really like, you know, Latin and stuff, and really awesome. And then it's like, no, I'm an old man and I'm talking into a mug.
It's like the Nolan movies are like.
I don't understand.
The funny thing is, the Nolan movies are some of the most, like, one of the most popular, like, comic book movies of all time.
Yeah,
like,
it
it's
changed
still
everything.
Yeah, it changed everything, but it also has elements that you can make fun of for the rest of your life.
Yeah, like I don't.
You have a hero that sounds like this.
But where did they come up with the Bane voice?
Sounds like this.
But why did Bane sound like that?
It was all Tom Hardy, and Tom Hardy is now Venom. So does that mean Venom's gonna be like,
Get ready, evildoers! I am Tom Hardy as Venom!
Oh my gosh. Wait, I hope he doesn't have the same... Maybe he'll change his accent or a little bit.
Venom! Rah!
Oh my gosh, if he starts talking like Bane, I'm gonna be like... I can't watch this. I'm just gonna leave the theater. Like,
oh my gosh.
I can't.
It's too funny though if that happened. I'd be like, oh my gosh,
No.
yes. Oh my gosh, yes, that'd be so funny.
But isn't Bane always Hispanic, though?
Yes.
So why would they randomly change him?
It was Tom Hardy's idea. Chris Nolan let him do whatever he wanted, because they worked, I think he was in Inception or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
He let him do whatever he wanted? Oh my gosh.
And
I guess...
the same guy who was the vocal coach for for Christian Bale didn't seem a problem to have with Bane's voice, so he's like, whatever.
Fired
We'll fix it in post.
We'll fix it in post. Oh my god.
So, yeah, Tom Hardy was probably going around the set going,
We made it last, Batman! It's time for you to face me!
and then they just like clean up the audio so you can understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
Because it was just like,
Let's not stand in ceremony here back now. It's time to face your foe and all this other stuff. Let's get his battles.
Yeah. I think that's the element of like fear and confusion at the same time, because you're confused because you're like, what in the world is going on with his voice? And then at the same time he's being extremely violent and scary, so you're just like, it's like a shock tactic or something. It's like, what? It's like
Electra's in trouble.
Yeah.
I gotta pay attention a little bit. I wasn't paying attention all that much.
Yeah, I mean, you had to play your game and somehow use your other hand to...
Well, I just, I've gotten so good at the Bane voice, I can just cup one hand over my mouth.
Yeah.
And, like, project the voice, like, in the cup of my hand.
Yeah,
I don't have to do both hands.
That's real talent. I mean, obviously you're not doing...
It is, but it no longer works because Tom Hardy is not really a joke anymore. We've been surviving on this humor since 2012.
It's still funny to me.
I know. You know, I would do DC Legends just to play as Nolan Bale and Nolan Bane.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, yeah.
Come on, stop with the lag. Stop with the lag game.
Well, I was just thinking, like, the Awesomes did the funniest joke about the Bale thing because he got a lozenge and then his throat sounded totally different.
31. Yeah, he sounded like an Irish guy with a high voice.
Yeah. And then they're like, please, because they hated his voice, and then when he got the lozenge and his voice just sounded normal, it was like, oh no, please go back to how it was.
I know. Alrighty, so anyway, guys and gals, unfortunately, the fun is over today. Thank you so much for watching, but here's the good thing, people. We are now a level 31. That means we can go back and kick the Guardian of the Galaxy's butt in the Heroes Assemble mission, and we're also going to do an episode where we finish the events of Crossbone and Elektra. Thank you so much for watching our Marvel series. If you missed a past episode, check it out in the playlist. We'll be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with the Heroes' next mission. Until we meet again, God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!